Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to today's everyday Gita session. So let us take the blessings of ISKCON Sheshadripuram deities over here. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki jai. Ki jai. Nitai Chaitanya ki jai. Vamna Dev ki jai. Parshuram Bhagwan ki jai. Narsimha Bhagwan ki jai. Panchatattva ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Let us start with our prayers. Om Ajnana Timirantasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavade Paschatya Desha Tarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Mataji's Prabhuji's. Today we are going to see 11th chapter, the universal form, and the 33rd sloka. Yeah. Tasmatvam utishta yasholabasva jitva chatrun bhungshva rajyam sambritam mayaivaite nihatta purvameva nimittamatram bhava savyasachin tashmatvam utishta yasholabasva jitva shatrun bhungsva rajyam samardam mayaivaite nihata purvameva nimittamatram bhava savyasachin. Translation: Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Savyasachi, can be put an instrument in the fight. Mataji's, Prabhuji's, do anyone want to read the shloka one more time? It's a very nice shloka. You can unmute and you can read. Ratna Mataji, Manjula Mataji, anyone of you want to read the shloka?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I will read.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Tasmat tvam uttishta yasho labasva jitva shatrun bhungshya rajyam samradham mayai vaite nihataha purvam eva nimitta matram bhava sarvya sachin. Hare Krishna Mataji. Translation I to read.
Yes, Mataji, please read.
Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement. And you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. So this is a very nice sloka. Here, actually, Arjuna has asked Krishna in the before shloka 2 questions to Krishna. Who are you? And the second one is, what is your mission? So Krishna has answered them in the last 2 shloka. Kalosmi, he said, I'm the time, the great destroyer. He replied in his last shloka, Kaloshmi loka kshayakrita pravrato lokan samridartum Iha pravrata. He has answered those 2 questions of Arjuna. So he has said, like, I am the time, the destroyer, the great destroyer. And what is the mission? Krishna has said that I have come here to destroy everyone except you Pandavas. So that's what Krishna has said. So Arjuna is thinking in his mind, okay, everything is done, like Krishna, you have killed everyone, then what am I supposed to do? What am I going to do? So Krishna is answering his question in this shloka. Here Krishna says, Tasmat Tvam, Tasmat, therefore. He has answered those 2 questions, right? Like, I'm the time and I'm the destroyer. And then there he's saying in this shloka, therefore, Tasmat, therefore, Tvam Utishta, get up. Get up, Arjuna. He says, get up. For what? For to do what? Yasho labasva. Fight and win. And then he says, Jitva Shatrun. Conquer your enemies by fighting. Conquer your enemies. Jitva Shatrun. After that, what does he say? Bhungshva Rajyam Samradam. Enjoy the flourishing kingdom. Krishna is adding that. Therefore, get up, Arjuna, and then fight, and then conquer your enemies, and then enjoy the flourishing kingdom. And also he says, Mayai vaite nihata purvameva. Purvameva. Mayai vaite nihata purvameva. By my previous arrangements, all of them have been killed. So, what should Arjuna do here? Krishna is nicely saying in this book, Nimitta matram bhava. Savya Sachin, O Arjuna. He's addressing Arjuna as Savya Sachin. O Arjuna, Nimitta matram bhava. You can be an instrument. So it is a very, very nice shloka which we all can meditate in our day-to-day life. What Krishna is saying and how he is guiding, So Arjuna is by this sloka we can understand Krishna is saying, oh Arjuna, so therefore get up. Hare Krishna Prabhu, can you see me? Yeah. Okay. Therefore Arjuna, Krishna is saying, therefore Arjuna, get up. Then from this we can understand that Arjuna is nicely sitting in the chariot and seeing all this Vishwarupa Darshanam and everything like a movie. So Krishna is saying, therefore get up Arjuna and then fight. So everyone, you can put everyone to death, but this everything I have already done it, and you are going to be just an instrument. From this, we can just derive several points. The first one is win the glory. So what sort of fame does Arjuna get from doing this? Here, Krishna is saying, win the glory, right? So what sort of fame Arjuna is deriving from fighting in the army? Actually, Bhishma Pitamaha is unconquerable. He's really super powerful, and even the Devatas cannot conquer him. Now Arjuna is going to kill Bhishma Pitamaha also in this battle. So Krishna is here, and once if he does, everyone are going to glorify Arjuna that he did this. That's why this personality killed the great Bhishma Pitamaha. That's why Krishna is saying here, so fight, go and fight. Your fame will be there everywhere. So this is one of the point, like Krishna says, Arjuna, win the glory. And then Krishna is also mentioning here, by my previous arrangements, I have killed everyone. What does this mean by the previous arrangements? Actually, when this this Judah thing was happening in the court, in the Sabha, Dushasana pulled Draupadi to the court, right? To the palace there. So he wanted to disrobe her and wanted to do abominable things. So when he was doing that, at that time, the great people like Bhishma, Drona, everyone, nobody talked. They were all just numb, keeping their mouth shut. At that time when this abominable thing was happening, nobody questioned or nobody raised their voice to ask why this type of thing is happening. So Krishna is saying, at that time itself, I have killed everyone. That is what is Krishna is mentioning here as by my previous arrangement. And then at the end of this shloka, Krishna is referring Arjuna as Savyasachin. Savyasachin, the exact meaning is one who can just shoot the arrows with both the hands. Prabhupada writes in his purport here, one who can shoot arrows very expertly in the field. Thus, Arjuna is addressed as an expert warrior capable of delivering arrows to kill his enemies. So, Krishna is addressing Arjuna as, oh Savyasachin. Then what is he saying? Just be my instrument, nimitta matram. So Krishna is nicely saying, use all, oh Savyasachin. He's calling Arjuna like that, who has great capabilities, great skills. Use all your skills in executing my instructions. Just be an instrument, nimitta matram. Nicely Krishna is telling Arjuna here. Instrument is like, we can just say, the pen in the poet's hand. You know, the pen is just an instrument, but the poet is writing very beautiful article and poems, and the poems at the end, you know, it sounds so nice, but oh, this is written by the pen, but who is the writer? That is the poet. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the doer of everything. He is the supreme controller, and here he wants Arjuna to be the instrument. He has done everything, but he wants Arjuna to be the instrument. But who's going to take the fame and name? It is Arjuna. So Krishna is saying here, so Krishna is saying here, win the glory, and you're going to be, your fame will be there everywhere. So just by being an instrument, just by fulfilling the desire of Krishna, all the fame and the glory, everything is coming to Arjuna. So Krishna doesn't want to take any of the credits. He is always, he has a big plan. He wants to perform a big plan, but he makes his devotees as the hero of his own movie, whatever it is, whatever his plan is. So that is how Krishna is. That is how his plans are very beautiful, and we devotees have to just like abide the rules and regulation, like just like follow the rules and regulation what Krishna has given to us. Then our life will be blissful. Here Prabhupada is also saying the whole world is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Foolish people who do not have sufficient knowledge think that nature is moving without a plan, and all manifestation are but accidental formation. Nothing is accident here. Even the accidents which happen on the road is also not accident. It is all arranged and controlled by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are all just puppets in the hands of the Prakriti, which Prakriti in turn is a puppet in the hand of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Therefore, even a blade of grass which moves by wind is not just moving by wind. It is not just moving by wind. It is due to the arrangement of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Each and everything Krishna has arranged so well. So when even a blade of grass movement is arranged by Krishna, then where are we? Every movement, each and every one's activity and goal, everything is planned by Krishna. So that's why here we are just puppets in the hand of the master. In Bhagavad Gita, we have another shloka also. Maya dakshena prakritam syuvate sa characharam hetunanena kaunteya jagat vipar vartate. This material nature is working under my control, Krishna is saying. So therefore, we are all puppets of this material nature, and the material nature is in turn puppet in the hand of Krishna. So finally, Krishna is controlling us in each and every way. But we also, Krishna has given a small like our own desire, fulfilling our desire, our whatever we desire, that Krishna is fulfilling, because we are just striving, and we are just like really worrying a lot for our desires, either it may be in spiritual or material. We don't know, because of the past karmas and whatever we did. So our desires are also according to that. But Krishna has given a small free will. Because of that, we are just like going everywhere. Our minds are going everywhere. And Krishna is fulfilling that. He's like a permitter. He is the overseer. 13th chapter, 23rd shloka, also in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Upadrashtanumanta cha bharta bhokta maheshwara paramat meti chapi ukto dehesmin purusha paraha. So every living in every living entity, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is also residing as a overseer, permitter, as a Paramatma, the super soul. So he is just like fulfilling all our desires. But how our desires should be, that each and everybody have to follow. There's our free will. We cannot just leave it just like that. We cannot always think to enjoy this material world. That's why here Prabhupada also says very nicely, there are many so-called scientists who suggest that perhaps it was like this or maybe like that, but there is no question of perhaps, maybe. There is a specific plan being carried out in the material world. What is this plan? This cosmic manifestation is a chance for the conditioned soul to go back to Godhead, back to home in this very lifetime itself. We have to achieve this. So people talk different, very very differently, what we are from what we are discussing now. What is the purpose of this world? This world, why it is made? What is the purpose of this world? This world, the purpose is to go back home, back to Godhead. So we have to become nice devotees. We have to intensify our devotional service, and then we have to work accordingly in Krishna's teaching, and then follow our spiritual master and go back home to Godhead. That is the purpose of this world. That is why this world is made up of. It is nowhere to enjoy. It is not at all. But why we cannot enjoy in this world? Here they also say dukkhalayam ashashvatam. This material world is full of dukkhas. It's full of miseries, and also it is not permanent. It is ashashvatam. Where are we searching for the happiness, right? When we search for the happiness in this dukkhalayam ashashvatam, definitely we will not be getting happiness. We just feel the happiness in between two emotional distress. Maybe that solace, the gap in between two distress, is what we are meaning it as happiness. But that is not the real happiness, because we cannot find happiness in this material world. It is very clear. Prabhupada is very clearly explaining dukkalayam ashashvatam. Where are we going to search for the happiness? In this dukkalayam, right? And also it is not permanent. Therefore one has to know what is the need of this world, what is the need of this human form. We have to perfect this human form. We have to intensify our devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and then finally we have to go back home, back to Godhead. That should be our purpose, to come to this world. But unfortunately, due to the illusory potency, we have so many desires, and Krishna is also fulfilling those desires. Our desires are what? Always like, okay, job, studies, and raise in salary, okay, raise in the position, and children's marriage, and after that what? Finally death. So definitely we are in this chakra of birth and death, birth and death. Why are we going back again and again taking birth? because we are trying to enjoy more and more in this material world, which is dukhalayam. So we should know the purpose of the human life. The purpose of the human life here is to perfect this human form, to intensify our devotional service, and to go back home to Godhead. As long as they have the domineering mentality, which makes them try to lord it over material nature, they are conditioned. Prabhupada is clearly saying here. But anyone who can understand the plan of the Supreme Lord and cultivate Krishna consciousness is most intelligent. The creation and destruction of the cosmic manifestation are under the superior guidance of God. Thus, the battle of Kurukshetra was fought according to the plan of God. Arjuna was refusing to fight, but he was told that he should fight in accordance with the desire of the Supreme Lord. Then he would be happy. If one is in full Krishna consciousness and his life is devoted to the Lord's transcendental service, he is perfect. Therefore, we have to understand why we are there in this material world again and again, because we are trying to lord it over. We are trying to be the owner, we are trying to be the master. But what is our real position? Our real position is Jivera Swarupohoi Nityena Krishnadas. We are eternally the servant of Krishna. We have to remember that. We have to know that since we are trying to master everything, acquire everything, or possess everything, mastering everything. So that is why we are here again and again. And that is why our sufferings are more and more. What should we do? Krishna's desire for Arjuna was, you just get up and fight. Everything I have done, just get up and fight, and then your glories will be, your fame will be spread all over. So he's just saying, enjoy the kingdom, and then a flourishing kingdom. Krishna is saying, but what should Arjuna do? Just fulfill the desire of Krishna. For us, that is for Arjuna. But what has Krishna told us? Krishna has told us to become a very nice devotee, perfect this perfect this human form. And we have to become very nice devotee, and then intensify our devotional service. Where did Krishna say this? This is the desire of Krishna for us. Where did he say that? He has said that in Bhagavad Gita, in the coming 18th chapter. We are going to see all those things. Krishna as very nicely spoken. What should we do? What is the desire? What is his desire for us? Krishna has very nicely, exclusively talked about this in the 18th chapter. We will see that. So we also should act according to Krishna's desire. Always our acts should be in such a way that we please Krishna. If we have to, any choices are always between two, right? More than two, or two minimum. So if we have anything, just take it as like,
Hare Krishna Mataji, can't hear you.
I think we have lost the connection. We'll wait for Mataji to rejoin.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, can you hear me?
Yes, Mataji, now we can hear you. We lost you for 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, sorry Prabhu, sorry about that. Yeah. So Krishna is saying here that Krishna has some desire for us. He desired Arjuna to get up and fight. That is what he had for Arjuna. But for us, he wanted us to become very nice devotees, intensify the devotional service. No, what is the purpose of this human life? We have to know the purpose of this human life and go back home to Godhead. That is what Krishna is desiring for us. When Arjuna acted according to Krishna's desire, always we have to see how we are going to please Krishna. If anything, I was talking about the choices, everyday choices, whatever we have. In between any choice, like if choice number 1, if I do this, is it going to take me towards Krishna? Yes. And the other one, is it taking me away from Krishna? Then say no to that. Then say yes to the thing which takes you towards the Krishna. That's how. Then when this activity, if I do, is it pleasing Krishna? This activity when I do, is it pleasing Krishna? Then we have to do it. If it is not pleasing Krishna, if it is taking us away from Krishna, then definitely that is not a good choice we are going to pick. So that every day we have to think each and every choices, whatever we make. Here, Arjuna, as just like Krishna wants him to be like an instrument. Arjuna obeyed it. He wants to fulfill the desire of the Lord. Krishna wanted Arjuna to get up and fight. Then Arjuna fulfilled the desire of the Lord. So it's similarly, we also have to follow the instructions of the Lord. We also have to thrive to fulfill the desire of the Lord. When we work in accordance to the desire of Krishna, then automatically we will be happy and blissful. But when we are trying to do against the desire of Krishna, then automatically sufferings and everything, miseries, everything will automatically come to us. So therefore, we have to become an instrument in the hand of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nimitta matram. When we become an instrument, automatically whatever the writer write, it has been written very beautifully and very nicely. The article comes out very beautifully, but the credit is going to the instrument more than the doer. So that's what Krishna wants here. He wants to give the credits to his pure devotees, but he does everything. We are all puppets under the supreme controller, Krishna. Therefore, let us also try to fulfill the desire of the Lord and try to just march against the path which pleases Krishna. After telling all these things, Krishna is explicitly explaining who all will be killed. He is explicitly telling the names who all will be killed in the battlefield. So that like he is giving a lot of hopes for Arjuna. Okay, Arjuna, look, everybody I have killed. He's explicitly telling his names also in the next sloka, and he's asking Arjuna, go fight. Be my instrument, nimitta matram. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you so much. Any doubts and comments, please welcome. Vancha kalpatarabhyascha kripa sindhobhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Thank you, Prabhuji, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Mataji's Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna,
Mataji, for
Mataji.
the nice
Dandavat
class.
Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, Mataji.